All right, welcome in everyone. I recorded this earlier, but for whatever reason, it did not upload. So we're just going to go rapid fire. We'll probably miss the 12 o'clock game, which I did have the Tigers at minus 152, but it's gone all the way up to minus like 160 something. But if you see this in time, I like the Tigers. All right, rapid fire. Welcome to the DDSN Diamond Betting Show. It's episode 6. We're up 6.48 units, 6.5 units. Full record in the description below. Again, we're going to have to go rapid fire so I can get these off for y'all. All right, first game. Cardinals plus 138. Dustin May on the mound against the Detroit Tigers, minus 152. Jack Flaherty on the mound. I have the Tigers. Complete fade of Dustin May and this Cardinals offense. So minus 152, minus 160. You could lay the run line with the Tigers if you want to. I love Detroit in this game. Next game, Blue Jays minus 136. Mason Flaherty against Chicago White Sox plus 123. Grant Taylor, opener on the mound. He opened yesterday. White Sox won. If you listen to me, which I should have listened to myself, but if you blindly listen to me, I mean, you're cashing every single day. But White Sox win plus, I think they were 170 yesterday, but now all the way down to 123, 50-cent difference. So there's not a lot of value with the White Sox today. So let's wait and see how this White Sox team looks, but pass on that game. Brewers minus 109, Chad Patrick against the Kansas City Royals, minus 101 with Luinder Avila. This game was scheduled for yesterday. Both of these starting pitchers were scheduled yesterday. Game got scratched due to weather. We had the Brewers yesterday, and, for me, it kind of seems like Royals could win this one and then come back, and Brewers come back and win the next game. I think that's kind of what we had the Brewers yesterday, but kind of what my gut is telling me is that the Royals are going to win this game. So we're going to go ahead and change our pick from yesterday. And we're going to go with the Royals. We're going to go with the Royals, but we also have a couple props for the pitcher of the Brewers. Since things have been spiraling out of control for today because of the video, I'm just going to stick with the Royals minus 101 here. Let's just stick with the Royals. But the props that I did have, you know what? I'm not even going to mention them because I do not. We're just going to skip it. All right. Because this is going to be a funky game. Should have been played, but it didn't get played. But let's just go with the Royals on the money line. Next game, Dodgers minus 185. Tyler Glasnow on the mound against the Nationals plus 252. Jake Irvin on the mound. Irvin actually matches up, kind of fine with this Dodgers team. Dodgers offense exploded last night. Tyler Glasnow on the mound. I kind of felt like throwing a flyer on the Nationals, but, just couldn't get there today with them. So it's a pass for me. Next game, Houston Astros minus 110. Tatsuya Imai against the Oakland, Sacramento, Las Vegas Athletics plus 100 even money. Luis Morales, again, some of these numbers and prices have moved a few cents because, I recorded this like at 10:30 and now it's like 11:30. And some of those prices have changed a little bit, but there hasn't been a big swing, just the Tigers game. But I do have the Athletics here, plus 100. Houston does struggle on the road at Oakland, at, anywhere the Athletics are playing. So the Athletics kind of have their numbers. So in a toss-up game, let's go with the Athletics here. Baltimore Orioles plus 104. Shane Baz on the mound against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates minus 115 with Carmen Midlinski on the mound. I'm going with the Pirates. This Pirates offense, they're on a 3-game winning streak. It's starting to wake up. And Connor Griffin in the lineup here. Pirates are hot, so we're going to ride the hot bats here with Pittsburgh. San Diego Padres plus 129. Randy Vasquez on the mound against the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox, Conley Early, minus 142. I think this number may have changed some since this morning, but I still like the Red Sox here. And they have that. We're going to have two strong pitchers going up against each other, and I'd rather have the Red Sox offense. And give me Boston minus 142, minus 150, whatever it is. I also like a pitching duel. So first 5 under 4 runs plus 100 even money. Next game, Marlins plus 169, Max Meyer against the New York Yankees. Yankees minus 188, Ryan Weathers on the mound. I like over 7.5 runs plus 100 even money. I think we could see some runs from both of these teams to get this one over the total. Again, Yankees playing at home, so you know that they're more than likely going to get some runs up. And Max Meyer, I don't think he's as good as Yuri Perez, and the Yankees were able to touch up Yuri Perez yesterday. I like over 7.5 runs. Next game, Cincinnati Reds plus 124, Rhett Lauder on the mound against the Texas Rangers. Rangers minus 137, Kumar Rocker on the mound. Which Kumar Rocker are we going to get? 10 strikeouts and a shutout or 10 earned runs? Yeah, I think this is a little bit of an inflated price. Rhett Lauder's been really good to start the season, or even when he's come up from the majors, coming up to the majors. So I like the Reds here, plus 124. I think they can get to Kumar Rocker, and he's not worth that price until he proves it to us. Give me Cincinnati plus 124. Tampa Bay Rays minus 101, Steven Matz on the mound versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins minus 109, Mick Abel on the mound. I like the Twins here. If you blindly listened to me yesterday, you would have had the Twins and an easy cash. They do like to go against left-handed pitching, so give me the Twins here on the money line. I also think this gets over the total. There's a good chance both of these pitchers get touched up, so I do like over 7.5 runs. The weather is going to be ugly, so sometimes people do bet games under due to the weather. But I like to do the opposite. I think we can get base hits. So over 7.5 runs. And then we have the second of a doubleheader with the Brewers against the Royals. The Brewers minus 104 with Brandon Sproat on the mound against Seth Lugo minus 106. And I had the Brewers here. I have the Brewers minus 104. I think they could get to Seth Lugo. That's also kind of why I have the Royals in the first game, even though I did have the Brewers, but I switched it to the Royals. Even though I probably shouldn't have done that. I should probably just stick. You know what? I'm going to stick with what I had and what I originally did. And I'm going to stick with, in the first game, Brewers minus 109. And the two props that I do have is Chad Patrick over 3.5 strikeouts minus 155. And Chad Patrick over 4.5 strikeouts plus 146. I'm just going to stick with what I originally had. I'm not going to change it. So I'm not betting the Royals. Do whatever you want, but I'm sticking with my original picks. Brewers in the first game, Chad Patrick over 3.5 strikeouts and over 4.5 strikeouts in the first game. In the second game, I'm still going to roll with the Brewers. I think we're going to end up splitting those, but if we get our props, we'll be fine. All right, Atlanta Braves plus 104. Bryce Elder on the mound against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks minus 115. Mike Soroka on the mound. Soroka going up against his old team. This is another primetime game, so we will have props. I do like the Arizona Diamondbacks to avoid the sweep here. Give me Arizona on the money line minus 115. They match up well against Bryce Elder. Bryce Elder's been a lockdown. He cashed for us last week. But it's just a good matchup for Arizona, and that's why the price is what it is. Also, the two props, hits plus runs plus RBI, Geraldo Perdomo over 1.5 minus 130, and Corbin Carroll over 2.5 plus 128. Next game, another primetime game, so we'll have props. Chicago Cubs minus 131. Shota Imanaga versus the Cleveland Indians. Guardians plus 119. Slade Cecconi on the mound. We're going to do it. We're going to back this Indians team as an underdog at home. Give me the Indians plus 119. And for our two props, hits, runs, RBI, over half. Austin Hedges minus 129. And over 1.5, David Fry plus 114. Phillies minus 130, Jesus Luzardo against the Colorado Rockies plus 106. Chase Dollinger on the mound. But I did receive an update earlier this morning, that Dollinger isn't going to start and they're going to have an opener in that game. But I didn't have anything on this game anyway, so it's still a pass for me. Next game, New York Mets minus 105 with Clay Holmes on the mound against San Francisco Giants. Fighting Vitellos minus 108. Landon Roop on the mound. I'm going with the Giants here. They were getting no hit, perfect game through about 5 or 6 innings. I think the Giants can bounce back. Clay Holmes did have a great start against the Giants last year, but as we know, those are two completely different teams. And no Juan Soto, he got injured yesterday in yesterday's game. So I think the Giants can bounce back here. I like San Francisco minus 108. Next game, Seattle Mariners minus 157. Emerson Hancock against the Los Angeles Angels. Angels plus 142 with Jack Chinkowski or Konchowski. Can't read my handwriting a little bit, but I like the Mariners here. This is a total huge pitching mismatch. I like Emerson Hancock, even coming off of a close no-hit bid. Mariners minus 157 and on the run line, plus 100 even money. That's everything we have today. Again, we have props in our primetime games, and let me go ahead and run it down. I apologize again. I'm not too sure what happened with my phone. It did not update the video like I planned, and this was about an hour or so ago. So it's going to be a late post. But again, get the Tigers in. If you miss the Tigers, the rest of the games are here, and we should be good. But I just want to apologize, and I want to thank all the new people that have been subscribing on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I mean, not Twitch, TikTok, excuse me, TikTok, YouTube. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Y'all leave some comments, talk some baseball, and let's run this down. Again, we're up 0.6 units on the season. We've got the Detroit Tigers minus 152. We've got the Brewers on the money line minus 109. Chad Patrick over 3.5 strikeouts minus 155. And over 4.5 strikeouts plus 146. We've got the Oakland Athletics on the money line plus 100 even money. We got Pittsburgh Pirates minus 115. Red Sox minus 142. That may have moved to in the 50s, but again, a couple cents difference. Also, first 5 under 4 plus 100 even money. Marlins Yankees over 7.5 runs plus 100 even money. Cincinnati Reds plus 124. Twins minus 109. Rays Twins over 7.5 runs. We're going back with the Brewers in game 2 of the doubleheader, minus 104 for the Brewers. And D-backs minus 115. And our two props, hits run RBI over 1.5, Geraldo Perdomo minus 130. Corbin Carroll over 2.5 plus 128. We've got the Cleveland Indians, Guardians plus 119. Hits run RBI over half. Austin Hedges minus 129. And over 1.5, David Fry plus 114. We also have the Giants minus 108. Seattle Mariners minus 157 or minus 160. It may have changed. And on the run line, plus 100 even money. All right, everyone, let me go ahead and get this posted for y'all. Thank you. Keep watching, keep subscribing. I'll try to figure this out for tomorrow's video. But until then, we'll see y'all tomorrow, and good luck to us. Green is good.